Guys, welcome back. I want to talk about landing mechanics today. Something that maybe some of you have thought of, some of you may be training a little bit of, but it's something that you really need to be good at, okay, when it comes to running. Especially if you're someone who wants to get more out of their running, wants to run long term. And as we get older, okay, things get stiffer, things get weaker, okay. We just simply have to keep this kind of skill set up. And as a young person, it's easy to be able to jump, land, change direction. And when we've gone through periods of kind of time when we haven't done a lot of running, a lot of jumping, a lot of change of directions, our tissues have got stiffer and obviously weaker. Things get harder to do. Okay, so for us, when we look to work with anyone and someone who is potentially dealing with a lot of lower limb issues, we want to see how you land, okay? And we wanted to see how you land. Can you land with 2 feet? Can you land on one leg? Can you do that with control, with quality? If you're someone who's never, you haven't done it for a long time, do it, have a go. But if you're someone who's kind of can't land with control, someone who is landing kind of stumbling all over the place, these are indications that maybe you're not as competent and as confident and as kind of stable in these kind of key areas as you think you are. And if you're someone who's struggling with injury right now, then that may be a little bit of a telltale sign that there's something that you need to be maybe doing more of to get better at to prevent injury or injury in the future, especially if you're someone who has a history of injury as well. So a couple of little drills that you can work on to improve it. Simple jump landings, okay, just working on the vertical jump, landing, sticking that landing. What are you looking for? Symmetry. Okay, we're looking for a relatively soft but stiff landing. We're not looking to collapse into a squat. We're looking to land nice and relatively stiff so we can then rebound and go back up again. Getting as high as you feel confident, getting as higher and higher the more reps you do. But again, landing and trying to avoid collapsing of the body. We're trying to land with stiffness and be aware of the sound. You shouldn't be landing like an elephant. You should be landing cat-like, if anything. Increasing the skill set of this, taking it to 2 to 1, taking it in this 2 to 1. We're looking to kind of working on now your single leg ability to land. Again, it doesn't need to be high. You can just be working on small landing pattern. Okay, you can be working on just clearing the ground, but just working on how does your leg absorb force? Can you feel the calf? Can you feel the Achilles? Are you landing mid-foot? Do you feel like your foot snapping to the ground? These are all things triggers that you could be thinking about being aware of, okay? But taking it a little bit further, we can take it into a broad jump, as I just demonstrated. We could take it into a lateral hop, where we're working side to side. But again, we're not just rushing through these movements. We are trying to be as powerful and as explosive and as accurate as we possibly can, so that we can take this skill set into the unknown environment, such as a trail or hopping through an event or in a race when your body's starting to fatigue and break down. But these are the qualities that are going to start to put some decent conditioning into those structures: Achilles, plantar fascia, calf, anterior, tib anterior. All these areas, hamstring, glute, quad, all these areas are getting worked, and they're getting worked under control, which is going to allow you to then build in a level of resilience, a level of tolerance that's going to prevent the likelihood of injury, but also improve your performance, because your basic running efficiency and running economy is just going to improve as a result because of this little and often practice. These types of drills can be brought in beginning of a strength session. You can be doing these before as a part of your warm-up sequence before a run or before a session. Working on your landing mechanics and being confident and competent long into your later years is going to really set you apart from everyone else around you. You've got to remember that the high precedence of injury is 70% plus in running, and generally they stem from the knee and below. We've got to get better at landing. If you do so, it's going to stand you the test of time.